Okay, I'm here with Susanne Monk of Trump Talk US. Tell me about Trump Talk US, the political storm, etc.
Yeah, Trump Talk US is a Facebook live cast. For the first year in 2016, we were on Periscope. I did over 150 episodes on Periscope talking about the news from the perspective of the president, because we all know the mainstream news is happy to spin the narrative of the president, and I wanted to make sure I found a way to get the information, what the president is actually doing, out to Trump supporters and people who would find that valuable.
Now, what made you decide to do this? Do you have a background in media, or did you just decide, I'm a Trump person, I want to go out and do this?
I actually do have a background in media. I've been a radio pundit for about 15 years.
Much longer than me.
I used to host a little show called The Monk Junket, which was all a news show that I did all the different characters on. It was called Real News by Fake People. So before there was fake news, there was real news. There was The Monk Junket.
Real news by fake people.
Real news by fake people. But when Trump came around, I personally actually had to close my business from the attacks from the left because of my Trump support. And that actually motivated me even more to start using my voice and the skills that I had to support the president and to attack back, really, at the political leftism that is trying to be impressed upon us.
What was your business, if you don't mind me asking?
We ran a music store. We sold instruments from around the world. And apparently that makes me a white supremacist. I didn't know.
In other words, how did you support Trump, so we won't buy? You know, you don't see conservatives do that to liberals as much. I mean, it's really depressing to hear about those type of things. But now you're doing this, making a little bit of a living?
I do okay. I do okay. My husband and I have moved our business here from the Chicago area. We're now here in D.C. I am chair of a super PAC called Stand with POTUS PAC. We promote the work of the president and support candidates that support the president, support organizations that are helping get the vote out for the Trump movement, for the conservatives.
And hopefully supporting conservative bloggers like me, because we can always use a hand, because we're shoestring. And especially when you're the only reporter to be complimented by the president after being questioned at a news conference.
See?
It's on my business card what he had to say about me.
That's fantastic.
Now I got to ask you the questions I'm asking everybody here.
Great.
And the first question is pretty obvious, but I've got to ask it anyways. Trump year one, you give it a thumbs up or thumbs down?
I give it 2 thumbs up.
All right. What is the thing you have liked the most and the thing you've liked the least from the president this year?
The thing I have liked the most is the massive cuts in reductions and compliance costs that he has taken off the neck of the business owners in this country. We are bringing jobs back into this country. We're going to see the same thing with the oil boom that is coming down from Trump's change in regulations, the tax cuts. All of that is really creating this strong structure for the economy underneath the rise in the stock market. So I think that's absolutely great. The thing I find probably most frustrating about the first year of President Trump is how much resistance he gets from the Democrats and even from people in his own party. The tax reform bill actually just started the Republicans getting on our side. We fought so hard through health care, we missed that.
Winning really makes converts. People like to join the winning side. Yeah. Speaking of the winning side, fall elections. We've got a 1-seat margin in the Senate, but a very favorable map. 25 seats that the Democrats have to take in the House, a little bit tougher. Do we keep the House and Senate? What are the odds, would you say?
I think the odds are good if we do the work. There is an amazing groundswell of citizen candidates that support the president that have taken up the mantle of the Make America Great Again movement and are running for office, stepping aside from their regular lives, just like the president did, and are trying to run for office, make this country great again. So there's energy in this movement and in this country right now for taking our government back, the citizens taking their government back, being a government by, of, and for the people again.
What can President Trump do to help the Republicans across the finish line?
Well, I think it's almost the other way around. The Republicans could help themselves across the finish line if they would support the president, stand behind the president, because 63 million people, many voters crossing over from the Democratic Party, people who haven't voted in years, people who had never voted coming out and voting for the president. If the Republicans would just stand behind the president, I think the votes are going to show up for him.
Okay, final question. Now, there's been talk of a possible deal, the wall for DACA. Now, if President Trump makes that deal, Are you in favor of making the deal or opposed to it?
I am in favor of the president's plan. And let me be specific by that, because unlike the Reagan amnesty deal, Reagan agreed to amnesty for future legislation that then did not get passed and did not get completed. Trump is actually marrying those two things together. So no deal without the wall, without merit-based immigration, without an end to chain migration. So I think that that's a sound strategy, and what you've noticed, the Democrats are not willing to negotiate on that, so it looks like he might not need to negotiate with them at all,
so he might get
because they're not
even
come to the table.
And finally, where can people find you, other than looking for the hat, which you made that hat yourself, and you perfectly made it look like the other side's hats?
Yes, I had to make their hats great again. So you can actually find me, it's easy to find me, I am at magawoman.com. And you can go to my website there, or you can check out the Trump Talk show, trumptalk.us.
Susanne Munn, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Have a great day.